Hello, Virgo. I have already prayed over and shuffled the cards. So we'll go ahead and get started. I've asked that all of you receives at least one message. But again, this is a general reading for a large audience. So let's go ahead and get started. The first card we have is Luna. And that is talking about, so it's a card about believing in yourself. It's about letting go of your fear. So talking about letting go of your fear, coming from a place, like you notice here, it's all lit up by her heart center. So coming from a place of unconditional love, not just unconditional love for others, but unconditional love toward yourself, trusting in the healing power of love. Because anyone that's even had any healing work by an energy healer, that comes from a place of unconditional love. So that can heal so many things. Can heal your heart, healing your heart, letting go of your fear, believing in yourself, having faith and confidence in yourself again. Because love resides in all, and it will illuminate your path. It will help you heal. It will help you prepare to move forward. Reflection, healing, going inward, and they're saying the final preparations in order for you to move forward. Next card we have is Turquoise Sea. So this is related to love. This reading is related to love. A number of you have been facing some real challenges with your partner, challenges with an ex-partner. It's been a very emotional roller coaster. So for those of you that have a wonderful, happy love life, congratulations. I don't believe there are going to be messages. We'll find out as we go. They're definitely saying that it's love. It's tied to love. So if you want to hang in there, would love to have you hang in for the rest of the reading. But this is really geared toward people who have been having some matters of the heart going on. So what this card is saying is that in order to heal your relationship with someone, and for some of you, it's to heal the relationship with yourself so you can move on and be with someone else, that you have to first heal the relationship with yourself. Start having faith, confidence, believing in yourself, loving yourself. Because so many of you've been really hard on yourselves. You feel that you've not lived up to your expectations, their expectations. You feel you've disappointed yourself, disappointed them. Therefore, you feel that some of you feel like someone else has failed you. Some of you that are beating up on yourselves feel like you have failed someone else. So it's a struggle. And it's a struggle between the side of you that, that intellect where you're thinking through everything of, okay, I did this, and I've totally let him down, and this is never going to work out, and then you beat yourself up, and like the soul. So the soul's always trying to remind you that you're perfect. It's always trying to get you back to that path of love, loving yourself just as you are, forgiving yourself, compassion, understanding. But on the other side, the intellect, it's always trying to keep you bound, keep you stuck out of fear. Because it really comes between one of two forces. It's either fear or it's love. And a number of you have really been stuck on this emotional roller coaster because of fear. Because it causes that voice that makes you doubt yourself. It makes you think you're not good enough. You're not worthy. You're not capable. You're not competent. You aren't enough. And so it gives you these false, totally false concerns that keep you stuck and keep you from moving forward. So in order for you to heal this, they're encouraging you to acknowledge your feelings, because the sea, that represents emotions, feelings. They're saying allow yourself to immerse yourself in your feelings and your emotions so you can feel those, so that you can heal those, so that you can shift that perspective towards yourself, where you're beating up yourself and doubting and not thinking you're enough and capable and worthy of love and all those things. Allow yourself to immerse yourself in those feelings, heal those things, so that you can start to have a positive outlook and some loving, compassionate, caring thoughts about yourself. And as part of that, they're also saying to drop the unrealistic expectations that you have toward yourself, because this is essential in order for you to heal yourself. It's essential to heal yourself in order for you to have a relationship with someone else. So I'm getting, for some of you, you know, you're in a relationship, not going very well, but I do get that by doing these things that they're going to be recommending, you are going to be able to heal, improve that relationship. I get for some of you that you've recently had a relationship end, but you're still holding on to it. You still feel obligated, committed, that you know, you can't let that person go. And they're encouraging you to let that person go. And for a number of you, you know, you've let someone go, but you're not going to be able to move forward in someone else until you do this inner work. Healing yourself, preparing your heart to move forward. Next card we have is attachment, and on the bottom, letting go, restriction, and fear. If you can see, she's very sad, she's bound up, tied up, immobilized in a place of unhappiness. And so for those of you that, you know, have let someone go and you're still holding on and holding on to that, and for some of you, maybe you're not even holding on to that person, but you're holding on to those emotions, that the way that person made you feel. It's like you believe that you're stuck in a situation that you can't free yourself from. You're afraid to let go, you're afraid to walk away because you've got this deep sense of commitment, duty, or for a number of you, it's like guilt. So for some of you, it's like you're afraid you're going to hurt that person, you're going to disappoint that person if you completely let them go. For some of you, you know, it's based off family. Like, okay, if I completely leave this person, then my family's going to be disappointed, everyone's going to be disappointed. And for some of you, they're saying for some of you, you've been stuck in a really unhappy, difficult relationship back and forth for a number of years, but you continue to stay with this person even though they treat you badly, they manipulate you, they lie to you, cheat on you, they treat you really badly, but you keep staying in that position, and with that person you keep going back to them because of fear, because it's like a comfort thing. And for a lot of you, it's fear of facing your emotions, because when you do that, you'll know you're worthy of so much more. So whatever the reason, they're saying that, you know, you're feeling like you have no choice, you're staying stuck right where you are. And a lot of you, you're just staying stuck. You know, you've ended the relationship with that person, but you're stuck and you're not able to move forward to be with the person you're meant to be with, because you've got all these emotions that need to be healed and released. And for some of you, still have this emotional attachment to this person who tore you down, and it's just overwhelming for you, and the fear is overwhelming. So you're just staying stuck in misery. So what they're really encouraging you to do is to face those fears. Don't listen to that fearful, doubtful, negative voice any longer, because they're urging you to break free of that. They're urging you to break free of those doubts. They're urging you to break free of the fear. They're urging you to break free of that person that has torn you down. They're saying break free of the chains that have held you bound, because they have so much more for you. And for some of you, they're saying trust, because for some of you, it's going to be a bumpy start. So for some of you, you know, there's going to be a little upheaval, but just trust and have faith that it's going to turn out perfectly, because you owe this to yourself. I'm getting for a number of you, this has been a situation that you have been in. It's not just a short-term situation. It's not just been a couple months. I mean, you've been in this situation for years. So they're really encouraging you to summon the power within yourself, to allow yourself and to get yourself the strength so you can completely let go in order to be able to move forward. Let go of the attachment, let go of the fear, just completely let go. And they're saying for a number of you, so they're saying their message has been consistent, because they've been trying to encourage a number of you for quite some time to let go. God's ready, the angels are ready to replace that which did not serve you, that was not meant for you, with something 100 times better. But they still can't bring that to you because you're still holding on. You're holding on to those emotions, those doubts, the way that person made you feel. You need to let that go. For some of you, you're still kind of holding on to that person, kind of in the back of your mind thinking, oh, well, maybe it'll work out. It's not meant to work out. It was a lesson. Let the person go. Let the doubt, let the way they made you feel go. Let the fear go, so you can finally move forward. And they're really encouraging you to do that. And you have a whole team of support to help you with that. Just call on them for their help. Next card we have is Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual understanding. So for a number of you, I get that this is a time where you are going through some spiritual growth. You're getting for some of you, you've always had and always sensed a very deep spiritual connection, but that's getting stronger for you. And for some of you, they're saying that this person who hurt you, that experience, that lesson that you had with him, it was a very deep spiritual understanding of life, a very deep spiritual lesson that truly is the catalyst for you to catapult and force you forward at a very high, rapid pace. And that the moment you finally release that and let that go, you will move forward, because you'll have that knowledge, that wisdom. You'll have learned that milestone, that big lesson that you were here to learn. And which they're saying for most of you, it's to love yourself, to not believe what they said about you, to not doubt yourself. And also they're saying to not be afraid to move forward with someone else, because for some of you that, you've said goodbye to that person that tore you down. Well, you're stuck in a place of, okay, I don't want to move forward because I'm afraid someone else is going to do the same thing. I'm afraid someone else is going to break my heart. So you're staying immobilized in fear. But for those of you that this was a big lesson, you have a soulmate, you have a divine partnership awaiting you. You just have to let this person go and trust. Because for a connection like that, a strong spiritual connection like that, they can't bring that in until your heart is whole and healed and ready to move forward. So that's why they're really encouraging you. They're really helping you. They're just encouraging you to ask for their help and just to let go. Let go, have faith, trust. And some of you, your intuition has been strengthening, your spiritual connection has been strengthening, and what you'll find is when you let this person go, let those emotions go that they made you feel, so that you can move forward to that person that's meant for you and awaiting you, you're really going to notice your intuition's going to drastically increase. That's what I'm getting. It's really going to open you up. Next card is Earth Connection. And again, when we started, they were pointing out the heart, and they were saying that this, all about love. So for those of you that, maybe you're still struggling, and maybe you're like, okay, I know that she hurt me, and she played me and used me, and I get that, and I know, she played me like a violin, but you know what? I stood my ground. I spoke my truth. I listened to that angels. I finally have separated from her. I've finally separated, but you're still stuck in those emotions that, she made you feel. That you're not worthy, you're not lovable, and all these things that are false. They're false, they're not true. You're amazing. But you're stuck in that place of unhappiness. You're immobilized, you're stuck in your fear, and you're like, how do I shift to a place of love? How do I go from this place of unhappiness, being stuck, being chained in unhappiness, and come around to a place of love? And you're just, I get for a number of you, you just are frustrated because you're like, okay, I don't know how to do this. I don't know. I'm not hearing angels talk to me like you. I don't know what to do. They're encouraging you to get outdoors. To get outdoors, spend some time in nature. Go for a walk, go for a hike, go canoeing, go golfing, just go for a bike ride. Just do something to get outdoors, because what you'll find is when you go outside, not only are your concerns going to dissolve, your worry is going to decrease, but you're also going to get a clear perspective on life, because they'll be able to give you that clarity that you seek and that you need to give you those answers, so then you know what to do. And next card is Retreat, and that's also still tied to the healing your heart. You see there's a bunch of green around here, green star, Archangel Raphael. Your heart chakra, it's all a color of green. So they're saying healing your heart so that you can move forward. So they're asking you to slow down, take a break. You've been working too hard, and they're saying for a lot of you, you've also just been working hard on not having to face those emotions, not having to realize that, okay, it's finally done with this person. Or, okay, I've got this person who I really have this strong spiritual connection with, but I am so afraid that I'm going to lose him if I don't figure out how to let this connection to this ex go. Or for some of you, well, they're saying for a lot of you, it's because maybe it wasn't a recent ex, but an ex in the past, but because they tore you down so much that you've got this potential person, but you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go from here. And some of you haven't met that person yet, but you're stuck in that place of letting the ex go, letting those feelings go, letting those emotions go. And they're saying that, a lot of you just thrown yourself into work and activities because you've not wanted to face your emotions. You've not wanted to face your thoughts, face your feelings. So they're saying slow down, because that's essential to healing your heart. You won't be able to move forward until you heal your heart, to prepare yourself to move forward. And for a lot of you, you know, for those of you that, you know, you kept volleying back and forth with this person that wasn't meant for you, you constantly were feeling like they were out of reach, or you feel, for some of you, they're saying, you know, you feel like there's a lot of obstacles. For some of you, it's somebody that you're trying to be with. Like you feel like, okay, there's constantly these obstacles with this person that I feel like it's meant to be with, but I can, you know, never... things just don't ever line up. There's always some hiccup. So, but what they're saying, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing anything wrong. What they're saying is some of these things, okay, so they're saying it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. What it means is that there are some pieces of the puzzle that have to fall into place first. And the biggest one for you is healing your heart. Because what you're going to find, they're saying, is the moment you heal, the moment you take the time to go inward, to do your reflection, to release those emotions, release the fear, remember how amazing you are, heal your heart, then that's the moment that you're going to move forward. But it's a timing thing. What they're saying is they have everything else ready at this point. The last piece of the puzzle is your heart healing. So what they're saying is, so for a number of you, you've had a lot of struggles, a lot of frustration, a lot of irritation. For some of you, you've had this person that's been back and forth with for years, months. You finally have let that person go, but you want to move forward. You don't know how. For some of you, you're still kind of holding on to that person. You need to let them go. They're saying some of the obstacles, and some of you, you've had obstacles come up that were not love related. You've had obstacles come up with work, obstacles come up with family, obstacles come up with finances, and you just kind of feel beat down, like, okay, when are things really going to come together? Because enough's enough. I've had all I can take. They're saying that all those other obstacles were all just part of the divine puzzle, all the little pieces falling into place to lead you down the right path, lead you where you need to go for your happiness and all those hopes and dreams and desires and things that you've been praying for. And they're saying you're right there. You're right at the cusp of it. But this final puzzle piece that must go into place for you to move forward, this is the final big block that's holding you back, is you have to go inward. You have to heal your heart. You have to release those emotions. And they're still very consistent, because the next card that we have is talk about your feelings. Now on the bottom it says tell a friend how you feel. I get for a very small number of you, this is talking about, you know, opening up to a very close family member or friend, you know, to share those feelings. But I get for a number of you, you know, you've been holding on to those feelings, you've been keeping them trapped. You know, you need to let them out. You need to feel them in order to heal them. But I get for most of you, it's not, they're not saying to share your feelings with someone else. They're saying admit your feelings to yourself. Share your feelings with yourself, because I get that a lot of you have been in like denial, because a lot of you thought that person was your meant to be. You thought, okay, well, if I keep trying, then maybe next time it's going to be different. You know, you'd go back to him and you find, okay, he just manipulated me again because he just needed money, or he just manipulated me again because he just wanted sex, or but you felt like, okay, this is my soulmate. It's going to work out next time. This time it's got to work out. It's got to work out. Or you felt responsible to care for them. Maybe they had financial issues or health issues, and you felt like, okay, I owe it to them and their family to take care of them. So you kept going back to them and you kept getting burned, because they were just a big lesson for you to love yourself and move on. Yeah, they were a soulmate, but they were only a soulmate to teach you to love yourself and to prepare you for a divine relationship that you're meant to be in. And what again is a number of you that are in that situation, you've been in denial of your own feelings. So they're encouraging you to understand those feelings, to admit those feelings to yourself, to allow yourself to feel them and really think about them. Because you're going to have to sit on them and think about them and admit them to yourself in order to release them and let them go. And for some of you, they're saying for some of you it'd be beneficial. So sit down and write a letter. Write a letter, write down your feelings. You know, for some of you, you can write a letter to that person saying, you know, here's all the things that you did and here's how you made me feel, and I forgive you for treating me this way and doing these things to me. I forgive myself. And then let them know they're free to move forward and you're free to move forward, freeing both of you so that you can finally move forward to the happiness that awaits. Because it's not healthy to hold on to your emotions, especially when it comes to anger, sadness, frustration. So go ahead and allow yourself to open up, share those feelings, share those emotions. For some of you, if you want to share it with a close friend or family member, go for it. But a number of you, again, are going to be more comfortable sharing it with yourself. But they're encouraging you to take that time, retreat, take that time to yourself. Open up, allow yourself, listen to yourself. Listen to those emotions. Write the letter. You're going to find that you have comfort. You're going to find that you feel like you've had a big weight lifted off your shoulders. But that's, I mean, it doesn't have to be some big thing where somebody hits you on the forehead with a staff and says, you're healed. That's you healing yourself. So when you take the time, they're encouraging you to take that time. Go off somewhere by yourself. Go out into nature. Allow yourself to feel those emotions. Write them down, write down letters. You're going to feel a big weight has been lifted off you. And that's when you're going to know you've healed your heart. You've been successful because you've got a whole team of angels around you to help you. You just need to do your part. They're ready to help you with the other part. All you need to do is sit down and ask that, God, and again, for me, it's God. For any of you, you can replace that with whatever the higher power is to you and whatever you believe in. That does not offend me, but for me, it's God. But feel free to go ahead and replace that as you'd like. But take the time. Go outdoors. When you sit down to write your letter, ask that God and the angels help you. Ask that they help you bring those feelings and those emotions to your mind. Ask that they help you release them, and they'll take care of the rest. You just then need to allow those emotions to come to the surface so that you can release them and then heal your heart. And then the final card that we have is Happy Surprise. Something very good is about to happen. Something, they just said something magical is about to happen. And the magic will happen the moment you do this. They're saying the moment you free yourself from those chains that keep you bound and have kept you bound for years, the moment that you feel those emotions, face those emotions, admit your feelings to yourself, will be the moment you heal your heart. And that will be the very moment that they're going to bring in a magical surprise for you, because your dreams are going to come true. That's what they're saying. By doing this, and it's not a comfortable thing. It's not a comfortable thing. But that's why when we're facing those things, that's why we dodge dealing with those emotions and facing those feelings, because it hurts. But what they're encouraging you to do is just take a day or a couple days and allow yourself to feel that hurt, to feel those emotions. Because that is the only thing that's keeping you back from having your dreams come true. And they will help you. And the very moment you do that, you've laid the last piece into the puzzle so that your dreams can unfold. So, I got a package from the mailman, and my dogs must think it's treats for them. Apologies for the puppies. So, I do wish all of you the very best doing that work, because that's awesome that your dreams are going to be coming true as soon as you take care of this final little piece. Again, call on help from above. They definitely will help you with that. Filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.